Hello and welcome to our Holy Thursday service. Today is known as Maundy Thursday, and we've been doing a devotion every day to talk about the things that go on or were going on in Jesus' life on Holy Week. Today, we're going to talk about the Passover dinner, which is known to us as the Last Supper, and we're going to talk about Jesus being arrested. But we're going to start by talking about he woke up with the disciples in the house, and they asked how they were supposed to prepare for the Passover dinner. And he gave them some instructions that were very specific. Go to this place, and you'll see this man that's carrying a jar of water, and follow that man with the jar of water to the house. And whatever house he walks into, talk to the homeowner and tell them, teacher wants to have Passover dinner here, and he will show you a room that's already furnished and upstairs. The disciples did exactly what he asked. They went to the place and they followed the guy, and they walked to the house, and they asked the homeowner, and they ended up upstairs in a fully furnished room. They spent their day preparing for Passover meal, and Jesus showed up for dinner. His conversation that night was not what my conversation would be. He knew that his time on earth was limited. And if I were in that position, I think I'd be talking about things that have happened that were fun, and how much I appreciated the people around the table, and how much I loved the people at the table. I'd be talking about making sure that there was nobody at the table that didn't know my feelings for them. But Jesus didn't talk like that. Jesus was talking about the things to come. He was telling them what was about to happen. And although they didn't fully understand, he was giving them wisdom. After dinner, he went and prayed. And he asked God to take this cup from me, is what he said. Take this cup from me if it is in your will. He knew in great detail how to find the upstairs room where they were going to have dinner. He knew in great detail the happenings of the day. He knew exactly when he was going to be arrested. He knew exactly what was going to happen after he was arrested. And yet, he was willing to follow God's will. But he asked God, if it is in your will, please take this cup from me. Jesus was surrounded at dinner by people who swore that they would follow him to death. I won't betray you. I won't deny you. I will be put to death before that happens. Yet when it was time for Jesus to be arrested, Simon pulled out his sword and cut the ear of a high priest's servant. And Jesus said, no, we're not going to have bloodshed here. He healed the servant. And at that point, when they started taking Jesus off, everybody scattered. All the disciples scattered. Everybody that was there saying that they would be with Jesus to the death took off. So much so, there was a man there that was just wrapped in a towel, and he was so scared that he dropped his towel and ran off naked. Jesus knew every detail about what was coming, and he was courageous enough to follow God's path for him. Because he knew it would benefit us. He didn't do that for himself. If it were up to him, he would have chosen to live another day. He would have chosen to not be murdered the way he was. But he was following the path that God had in front of him, and he did that for you, and he did that for me. Remember that tomorrow, Good Friday is coming tomorrow. Remember that Jesus chose this. He chose to go down that painful path for you. We will have another message tomorrow on Good Friday. I welcome you to come join us. But don't forget what Jesus did for you.